AfriForum is making headlines once again, this time by pursuing a warrant to seize assets belonging to former President Jacob Zuma. The reason? A legal debt of over $500,000 that Zuma allegedly owes, and the civil rights group is ready to cash in. This dramatic twist has reignited tensions in South Africa's legal and political spheres, raising fresh questions about justice, accountability, and whether even the most powerful can escape consequences. AfriForum is not bluffing. Their legal team has confirmed they are in the process of securing a writ of execution against Zuma. This comes after the High Court ruled in their favor, confirming that Zuma failed to settle legal costs related to a failed court challenge against his private prosecution of journalist Karen Mon and advocate Billy Downer. The ruling left Zuma with an outstanding bill that he has yet to pay, and AfriForum isn't waiting any longer. Sources close to the process say once the writ is granted, sheriffs could be dispatched to locate and seize movable assets tied to Zuma. That could include vehicles, household furniture, artwork, and if necessary, even personal items. If movable assets aren't enough to cover the full $500,000 debt, AfriForum may target Zuma's pension and other financial instruments. Legal experts say it's possible, pointing out that court-ordered debt can sometimes be recovered from retirement benefits under specific circumstances. This case isn't happening in a vacuum. It builds on a growing pattern of civil society taking legal action against high-profile political figures. AfriForum previously succeeded in seizing assets from EFF leader Julius Malema in 2019, including expensive watches and luxury furnishings, to settle a 337,000 court bill. That precedent gives this latest action even more weight and a real possibility of success. AfriForum sees this as more than just a debt collection. It's a stand against what they call the culture of impunity among political elites. In a statement, they said this legal pursuit sends a strong message that no one, no matter their title or past, is above the law. The group says they're tired of leaders who abuse the courts and dodge accountability without consequences. Zuma's legal team is reportedly preparing to push back hard. They are expected to challenge the writ in court and may argue that Zuma was not given fair opportunity to contest the cost order. But the timing of this legal clash couldn't be worse for Zuma, who is already under pressure after his newly formed MK party made waves in the national elections but failed to secure overwhelming power. Now, instead of focusing on political strategy, he may be forced to defend his own assets. The potential seizure of a former president's property could also be deeply symbolic for many South Africans. For years, Zuma has been at the center of multiple legal and corruption scandals, from the Nkandla debacle to the State Capture Commission. While he's survived politically and legally for a long time, AfriForum's pursuit marks a turning point, one that many feel has been long overdue. Social media is ablaze with reaction. Some hail AfriForum's move as a bold and necessary step toward justice. Others see it as another example of political targeting, accusing the group of pursuing a vendetta under the guise of legal enforcement. For viewers at home, this case taps into a bigger story, one of fairness, broken trust, and the power dynamics in post-apartheid South Africa. Is Zuma being held to the same standard as any other citizen? Or is this a targeted campaign by a controversial civil group with its own agenda? These are the questions now dominating public conversation. As the situation unfolds, it's clear that the outcome will have wide-reaching consequences. If AfriForum succeeds in seizing Zuma's assets, it could open the floodgates for further legal action against other politicians. It could change how public figures behave when it comes to legal responsibility. And it could give ordinary South Africans a renewed sense of justice in a system many have grown skeptical of. Whether you support AfriForum or question their motives, one thing is undeniable: this story is far from over. Zuma may have thought his legal battles were winding down, but with our $500,000 at stake and a civil group on his trail, the fight has just begun. If you're finding this story as explosive as we are, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. We are following this situation every step of the way, and you won't want to miss the next chapter in what could be one of the most dramatic asset seizures in South African political history. Stay locked in and drop your thoughts in the comments. Does this signal a new era of accountability, or is it just more political noise? Let's talk.